New COVID restrictions that could be brought in as Boris Johnson sits down for crunch talks today. But, in what will be a sigh of relief for thousands, Downing Street looks unlikely to recall Parliament to rubberstamp legally binding lockdown restrictions such as the loathed Rule of Six. This means that the introduction of restrictions that would leave Brits' much-anticipated New Year's Eve plans ruined, such as a ban on indoor drinking or the dreaded Rule of Six, will be guidance, and not enforceable by cops. It comes after a string of hugely positive studies show Omicron IS milder than other strains, with the first official UK report revealing the risk of hospitalisation is 50 to 70% lower than with Delta. COVID booster jabs protect against Omicron and offer the best chance to get through the pandemic, health officials have repeatedly said. The Sun's Jabs Army campaign is helping get the vital extra vaccines in Brits' arms to ward off the need for any new restrictions. Here, the Sun breaks down the guidance that could be issued as early as today as the PM and medical advisors Professor Chris Whitty and Sir Patrick Vallance will trawl through new numbers on COVID rates in Omicron Ground Zero London. It looks increasingly likely that the PM will fend off hardline calls to impose legally binding lockdown restrictions that can be enforced by cops, insiders claim. Instead, Mr. Johnson could urge Brits to be cautious and limit contact inside, which may see Downing Street advise against indoor drinking in pubs. Watering holes across the country will no doubt dust off their outdoor heaters to make beer gardens usable as the January chill sets in. The PM looks unlikely to ban indoor mixing altogether, it is understood. But, a 6-person indoor limit, which is only advised and not enforceable by law, is still on the cards. Brits could be urged to swap large indoor New Year's Eve parties for small gatherings if they don't fancy bracing the cold outside air. It is understood that weddings, births, and funerals will be exempt from any new guidance, The Times reports. There will also be no changes to the number of people allowed to attend funerals, in a marked change to the dark days of the full shutdown last year. In April, the Queen sat alone as she said goodbye to her husband of 73 years, while in 2020, the funeral of 13-year-old Ismail Muhammad Abdulwahab was held without any of his family present. Weddings and funerals are already continuing unhindered in Wales and Scotland, where tougher rules came into force on Boxing Day.